Hey everybody, Tony D and little Joan here, who's finally calmed down, with a hot take on this Newsweek article. This is from yesterday. Every mayor, governor accused of breaking beer virus restrictions and why. This is Newsweek these days. Newsweek used to be an actual paper magazine that I used to read in doctors' offices, and I watched their slow decline just like we're watching CNN's. And it was interesting too because at the end they had this bit in the magazine. It was used to get readers and actually worked, where it was like quotes of the week, and it would be quotes from various political figures and people around the world, and it was short and pithy and fun, and they got shorter and shorter and pithier and less sort of news oriented. Because look, let's all be honest. When you pick up a magazine and you see the short and pithy stuff, but then you also see a 14-page article discussing the economics of Malaysia, and your eyes just glaze over reading the title, you know which part of that magazine you're going to read. But that was much earlier in the dumbing down of America. Now we're into essentially everybody's running clickbait sites. So I don't even know what Newsweek is anymore. It used to be a magazine of some renown. Now it's some kind of website. And you can only trust websites so much because they apparently let anybody write them. But let's see about this list. Let's see if they actually list people or defend them. And please take note of what political party, these people seem to be of. A vacation in Mexico, Thanksgiving dinners, and an election party. These are just some of the reasons why officials have apologized for breaking lockdown rules in recent months. Governors and mayors have been announcing restrictions aimed at help stop the spread of the beer virus through the pandemic. Some, however, appear to maybe not have been playing by their own rules. Republican governors has faced fewer accusations, largely because they did not implement. They have not implemented as many of the restrictions that public experts have called for. See, they're already defending Democrats. Well, see, the Republicans did it too. Maybe not as many, but only because they don't follow the rules. Yeah, let's go through this. Austin Mayor Steve Adler, I don't even know about this one. In early November, as the beer virus counts, hospitalizations, death count rose, Adler urged residents in Austin, Texas to stay at home and not relax. However, Adler, it later emerged, had issued his rallying call while he vacationed for a week in Mexico. Oh, I just heard about this guy, yeah. He had gone to Cabo San Lucas with 7 other people. You dick. You dick. Wow. What a jerk. Man. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Okay, I recognize this guy. Yeah, he's a Democrat, I think, right? Why don't they have the party? You know what? I should have looked this up. Let's see. Let's just look it up. I'm going to look up every one of these guys because I think they're all Democrats. I don't think there's one on this list that is Wikipedia. Here we go. Democratic. Yep, Democrat. Democrat, hypocrite, doop. Denver Mayor, Michael Hancock. I'm just going to look it up right now. I think this is the guy who went to Thanksgiving, right? Isn't that the deal? Got on the plane. Yep, here he is. And it's Democrat. Moments before he boarded the plane, he told his followers to avoid travel if you can. Stay at home as much as you can. Oh, not me. He later apologized. I made my decision as a husband and father. And for those who are angry and disappointed, I humbly ask you to forgive decisions that are born of my heart and not my head. F you. F you, you hypocrite. His spokesman said Hancock would be self-isolating for 14 days after he returns. Yeah, I guess you will now. I bet you wouldn't have before. I bet you wouldn't have if you didn't get caught. I bet you just would have went, oh, well, no one has to know. Hee hee. Rules for thee, but not for me. Oh, Gavin Newsom, of course. I mean, he should be on the top of the list, this hypocrite. him in his hair helmet. He goes out to the French Laundry, no mask, bunch of friends, eating like an. These guys don't think the virus is deadly. Why should you? Why should you follow these restrictions when these guys don't? He's got the brass balls to lock down his state and do that. What an absolute goon. Ugh. He's awful. He's so awful. Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser. Now, she's got to be a Democrat. I mean, that's D.C. Newsom's a Democrat, too, by the way. In case you've been living under a rock with your fingers in your ears. Muriel Bowser. Where's her party? Yep, Democrat. Democrat. What a shock. Accused of violating her own travel rules to congratulate President-elect. Oh, right, Joe Biden. She went down to Delaware. By the way, Delaware is in great shape. They opened up everything. I got to get down there and go to sushi. I'm dying. It's high risk. It's high risk, but who cares? They got open thing. It's like the Wild West down there. I love it. Now this is the guy I thought went to Mexico, but what did he do? San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo. Yeah, he's in California. He's probably a Democrat, but let me just check. Say it with me, everybody. Democrat. Ding, ding, ding. Texan mayor. Oh, it's Texas. San Jose's in Texas. I'm sorry. He apologized this week for attending a Thanksgiving dinner, which was attended by 7 other family members. In total, 5 households were present at the dinner. More than the rules allowed. Earlier this month, California ordered social gatherings limited to a maximum of 3. Wait a minute. Texan mayor, San Jose. It is California. I knew it. He's Texas. He's from Texas. But, yeah. So, yeah, California. Oh, Mayor Lightfoot. Come on. This woman. I've never seen any politician who looks to be in over her head. I mean, she just looks like, how the hell did she even get this job? She looks like she got the job of mayor by accident. I mean, I don't know, why would you vote for this woman? She seems completely incapable of everything. Seems incapable of everything. Why would you vote for her? She's totally ineffective. She went to get a haircut and defended it. At least the guys apologized. She didn't. Oh, no. I'm the public face of this city. I'm on national media, and I'm out in the public eye. Let them eat cake. Ugh, Cuomo. Okay, we all know Cuomo's deal. His brother broke the rules. His brother, Chris Cuomo, Fredo, as he is also known, apparently got COVID and was quarantined in his house, but then got caught going up to the Hamptons to check out the building of his second house. You know, that was so important. He had to endanger everybody from this deadly disease, supposed deadly disease. And then he pretended like it never happened and staged a thing where he came out of the basement like, oh, I've been down there for 14 days. It's so wonderful to come up here and see my family. And of course, you know, was his brother going to arrest him? I bet he didn't even say anything to him. And Cuomo's he's just awful. What he did to nursing homes, he ought to be in jail. He ought to be in jail. And the Jewish community, the Orthodox Jewish community, I don't think will ever vote for a Democrat again. Nor should they. I think they'd be foolish to do so. Oh, is that it? Well, looks like we got them all except Nancy Pelosi, who's not a governor or a mayor, but still. The woman goes and gets her hair blown out. And here's how stupid Nancy Pelosi is. She's a multi-millionaire, lives in San Francisco, has money to beat the band. You'd think she'd go, well, I don't want to get caught doing this. Let me pay this woman like an insane amount of money to come out and blow my hair out. She can come right to the house, and if anybody says anything, I'll still look good because I gave her like $5,000 just to do my hair. I wanted to keep her going during this tough time. I mean, she could have spun it that way. Instead, this cheap old lady meets her at the salon, which shouldn't be open, takes her mask off, and gets caught on camera. You deserve to be caught on camera, Nancy, because you're so freaking stupid to go to a place when you know you're breaking the law or rules. I shouldn't call it the law because it's not the law. All these edicts are unconstitutional and completely again. I hope all these people lose everything. And I mean that. I hope they lose all their money. I hope they lose all their careers. I know it won't happen, but I hope. I hope so much that they lose everything that's good in their life because they deserve it for being hypocritical. They deserve it because they haven't even really apologized. I don't think any of these people have truly apologized because if they had any humanity in them, the moment they broke their own rules, they would say to themselves, you know what? I broke the rules. I should either suffer a penalty for it or, you know what? These rules are stupid and I should have seen that and I'm sorry and I'm going to lift the rules and let you do whatever you want. But none of them ever have a mea culpa like that. No. None of them have. And quite frankly, Mayor Lightfoot's not even sorry. She's not even sorry. She thinks she's in the right. Gavin Newsom, not sorry. Smiled through his apology. Nancy Pelosi, did she even apologize? I think she blamed the salon for being caught on camera. This is the arrogance of these people. And this is really why I worry about Biden getting in, because these people will get more money and more power because he will shower them with money and power because they supported him through this. They helped tarnish Trump, and anyone who helped tarnish Trump, yeah, they're in line for a little moolah. They're in line for a little reward, an undeserved reward. These people should all be run out of office forever, but instead they'll be rewarded and keep failing up because they're connected and because they were loyal. Like a bunch of loyal mafia soldiers, they soldiered through it even though they were getting hammered in the polls. If you vote for any one of these people, you're a complete moron. And you should seriously decide to not vote at all. You should not be involved in politics whatsoever. You're too stupid to have a vote. You should just completely go and never vote again if you think any of these people are qualified. Hypocrites should not be in office. I mean, look, everybody's a little hypocritical, but when you make a law that impacts thousands and thousands of people and then you break that law brazenly in front of everybody during a supposed emergency, a life or death emergency, you should never, ever be in charge of anything ever again. That's my rule. Just my opinion. A strong one, though, it is. Right, Joan? You're asleep.